Welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP, and today's topic Valentine's Day, parentheses, same games every year, and feminism strategists know it. You'll have some feminism strategists and some of their minions. They will be like, who hurt you? Did you have a bad relationship? Who hurt you? Gone with that. Just go on with that nonsense. See, the thing about it is the feminism strategists and their millionistic, distorted, demonic personnel, they cannot stand when there are males that not only observe through their nonsensical tactics, right? They still around them, underneath them, perpendicular, rectangular, obtuse, perpendicular again, perpendicular, obtuse, right? Oh, they don't like that. And this is no difference. See, the thing about it is distorted feminism, which has nothing to do with wanting real equality, which is like, what does that mean? Because who were the personnel in societies when war was started? Who was in the front lines? And that's what I thought so. Who has been expected for hundreds of years within American westernized societies? Who has been the primary breadwinner and expected to be the primary breadwinner? What, women? I don't think so. Who's been expected to sit there and get out there, especially in those cold weather climates, get on out there and do whatever you have to do out there in that cold weather, right? See, feminism strategists, they don't like that kind of logic. They despise it. They hate it. And the Valentine's thing is no different. Don't get me wrong now. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having a special day to show that significant other that you do love them or you do care for them very deeply. At the same time, what about the rest of the over 300 plus days of the year? Again, what about the other 300 plus days of the year? With the variables included, or with the variables not included, should I say, because there are days when, one person or both personnel might be under the weather. Maybe those days that you don't feel those little butterflies in your stomach about the love, right? Those days where especially when you just got married or you got into a relationship where certain ones where you can't keep your hands off each other in the sex way. Obviously, you cannot do those things 365 days with the extra time for the leap year. So the thing I make this point. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened on that situation. So as I was just saying, so that was a few minutes, so it just went blank. So sorry about that. I don't know what happened. So I will just say this is that the Valentine's Day, that it shouldn't be one day to show that love to their significant other. Now the thing about it is the same type of tactics that they've done for decades and decades and decades, right? Now, the thing about it is, because here's a question: what personnel is collectively expected to be the personnel that's got to come up with certain things dealing with Valentine's Day for the significant other? Who is the person that is expected to do that? Well, I mean, come on now. I mean, now we both know that, well, that should be very obvious, right? That should be very obvious that the personnel who is expected to do the most things on Valentine's Day is numbers of women. Just stop that nonsense. Just stop. Or go somewhere with that. Collectively, males are expected to be the primary Valentine's Day progenitor to do things, to buy flowers, to buy candy, to buy jewelry, to make reservations, right? Just come up with all kind of stuff. Collectively, it's the male. And so you have some foolish personnel that'll be like, well, what are you talking about? But it's also numbers of women that do that. Oh, so numbers of women are 50% that do the same thing that males do on Valentine's Day, expecting, right? What does that sound like?
I thought it was dumb. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, because that sounds dumb. And feminism strategists, they know that. One of the main top days out of 365 days out of a year, including leap year and all that kind of stuff, the number one day that most proposals are done is on Valentine's Day. That's the number one day. People, well, excuse me, when you have numbers of women who know they are get into the feelings part of it, got it, right? It's supposed to be romantic day and everything. And the male expected, like this is leave to be the days to get on his knee or knees. Let's see, have some bad knees or something. Someone still tried or whatever it might be. Maybe standing up, depending if he's had some kind of physical situation where he may not be able to stand or a situation happen where they may not have legs. Just give an example or anything. I'm giving an example. It's still expected for the male to be the progenitor, as if, again, this is some caveman times. Feminism strategists love this. But they always want to talk about equality, right? Well, how is it that there is not 50% of numbers of women sitting there getting on their knees, unless they have situations where they don't have no legs or knees or aren't able to stand and things like that? Where is the 50% of women? Okay, no, that's too much. 40% of women that sit there and propose to males on Valentine's Day. What was that again? I don't think so. Because they know they don't like when males know reality, and they don't like when males question. How is that we gotta stay and leave to be the days when it's related to being a breadwinner and putting our lives on the line, and when wars happen, sitting there being the front lines and losing lives and things like that? How is it that that's acceptable, isn't it? Isn't it? How is it that it's equality when still they say, the woman, her body, her choice, her, if she also wants to be a stay-at-home mom, right? That's her choice. If she doesn't, that's her choice. Oh, but that old male, oh man, leave the beaver days. Take your cell phone out there and work. Well, wait a minute now. My wife, she's out there working. I want to stay home and take care of the child and children too. Oh my goodness now. Oh, look at him, man. That's a weak male. Oh, he no male. Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds nonsensical to be that darn silly to believe that nonsense. This is not caveman days. This is not should not be leave to beaver days. This is not father knows best days, right? Boy, man, this system has really messed up quite a number of males to be stuck in some proverbial loop of following those best days, but at the same time be not following those best days. What these people have feminism, boy, demonicism has messed up quite a number of males. And there are also some sellout males, unfortunately, that are pro-womanhood. Silly as I don't know what, talking about pro-womanhood stuff. It's like, no, women don't give a 2 cents of a hot pop shell about males' health, male star powder, males' feelings, anything. Well, these men, they have messed up quite a number of males as well. This system, especially supremacy and feminism, terrorism. It is estimated that it's estimated that this year on Valentine's Day, close to 25.8 billion is going to be spent. Around 25.8 billion. And also you add in the holiday Valentine's Day cards and things like that. I was reading some. It was talking about and estimating. It was talking about how, according to Hallmark, right, the poster board of holiday cards and things like that, it's estimated 145 million Valentine's Day cards are sent each year, making Valentine's Day the second largest card-seeking holiday of the year. And you're talking about holiday cards and chocolates and things like that. It's less than 100 years old. That paganistic version, it's less than 100 years old, relating to those type of things. And then you got into other chaotic confusion of where exactly does Valentine's Day come in at, right? It's mysterious. It goes over here in this particular pagan Roman holiday, or which ain't wasn't the best thing either. Or, oh, no, let's go over here to some type of Christian martyr type person over here. This is what makes supremacists brilliant. Keep people chaotic confusion. And so here's the thing about it. If you ask most people, hey, do you know how Valentine's Day even started? Most people are like, I have no clue. They have no clue. But males are expected to sit there and be, good little males and don't question anything. And who's making all that money? Now, relating to the CP show, American blacks surely not making no money off this. Now, that's one thing if it would have been American blacks that would have had their own Hallmark type of conglomerate dynasty. Been quite different, wouldn't it? But supremacy ain't trying to hear that. So I just wanted to just do a quick Valentine's Day podcast, because it is ridiculous how all this little feminism, distortedism, how they want to have equality, but they want selective inequality. You see how that goes, right? They don't want equality, because what are you talking about? 50%? Are you crazy? As I just related earlier, how are you gonna have 50% equality when it wasn't 50% for the last hundreds of years since the foundation of this country? That it wasn't 50% of the breadwinners were women. It wasn't 50% of women going off to war, losing lives. It wasn't 50% of women sitting there, doing the most dangerous job. Do you see how that goes, right? But then when the infrastructure has already been now built, machinery built, downtowns built, many lives built, right? Now you got feminism saying, hey, we want equality. But you don't see 50% of women doing dangerous jobs, do you? Nope. You don't see 50% of numbers of women in the military. Nope. And you're not. But yes, that's how I wanted to do. This is a quick podcast because this is ridiculous how this game is not even called out and checkmated as well. Because again, Valentine's Day should be considered an archaic day, or at least put it in some context, and not be like a father knows best type of mandatoriness during their mandatoriness, right? Or expected, where the collective amount of males must be the personnel that ain't supposed to think, but they're supposed to do, right? And be within that billions of dollars spent on gifts, right? And chocolate, and flowers, and reservations. And again, whatever else that is supposed to be mandatory that a male is supposed to do, right? For that significant other. And we're talking about contemporary, that means doing for the woman. Which again, is nothing wrong with in a contemporary relationship if that's what a person, both people, well, anyway, it's nothing wrong with showing the love in that way if that's person wants to do, but not be mandatory. That is archaic. That is animalistic to sit there and believe that the males are supposed to just be archaic and continuously sit there and be like on Valentine's, the primary person. And when the woman wants to sit there and be the breadwinner, hey man, that's about her choice. If she wants to go out there and work, that's her right, that's her choice. Right? If she wants to stay at home, that's her right, that's her choice. Okay, fine. Valentine's Day. Well, that's all right. That should be her choice too. Well, no, it should be her. That should be mandatory. That half the women out there in collective society should be buying gifts. Should be buying the male gift. Propose to him. Oh, that's why I just wanted to do a quick show on this because it's such a hilariousness. And again, the timepiece purpose on this because, again, close to 25.8 billion on this type of archaic and out of context type of paganistic day. So I just want to put that as a timepiece purpose. So next year, 9,000%, it's going to be more than 25.8 billion. It will be most likely more that will be spent again. And who will be the progenitors that are supposed to be expected to be sitting there spending billions in a contemporary relationship on their wives and girlfriends? It's going to be the male. That is archaic. And it would be nice if more males start waking up and saying, no, this ain't working. I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.